So, the other day, Warner Brothers put on a massive event called DC FANDOME where they showcased new trailers for TV shows, movies, and games. Going into this event, I was excited to learn more about WB Montreal and their upcoming project. Because, if you don't remember, they've been teasing this game for almost an entire year, so I was just happy to finally see some sort of an announcement. Before we jump into my thoughts though, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Ridge Wallet. Even someone like Batman needs a good place to store his credit cards, and thankfully Ridge Wallet has a variety of options that can help with just that. Visit ridge.com/UB, find the product you like, and use code UB for 10% off. If you're not happy with your purchase for whatever reason, you can send it back within 45 days for a full refund. Thanks again to Ridge Wallet for supporting the channel. Gotham Knights is not what I expected. A game set in Gotham without Batman, RPG elements, and co-op are all interesting choices to say the least. But that doesn't necessarily mean this game will be bad, which a lot of people have already jumped to that conclusion for some reason. Hopefully with this video, I can try and give some more insight into Gotham Knights. To do that, we should go back to where everything started. After WB Montreal finished development on Batman Arkham Origins, a criminally underrated game, the studio wanted to pursue Suicide Squad as their next project. According to Jason Schreier, the game would be cancelled in 2016, and Rocksteady would start development on their version shortly after. When you look at this information, it makes sense why there's multiple characters in Gotham Knights. This is something WB Games wanted to do with Suicide Squad. They couldn't, so now they're doing it here. Now, for whatever reason, when people see multiple characters and co-op, they automatically think games as a service. I've even seen people compare this game to Avengers, but it's not. This game only supports up to 2-player co-op, and it's confirmed that it's an open world. If you go on their website, there is absolutely no mention of an expanding world or universe. There's none of that. From what I can gather, this is a story-driven game that features the Bat family and allows you to tackle missions in co-op if you want. As of now, there is no hint at this being an Avengers or a Destiny. Now, if you do want to criticize something that we've actually seen, let's talk about the RPG elements. Why does this game have a leveling system and health bars? Trust me, I get WB Games Montreal want to have a unique system. They don't want to be compared to the Arkham games, but this just feels out of place. My favorite thing about the Arkham series, or even Spider-Man, or most open world games, is that you're not restricted. You should be able to go anywhere you want and fight any enemy in your way. A leveling system can prevent that freedom. I do want to mention, in the developer commentary, they state that Mr. Freeze will be the same level as you, no matter what, when you fight him. That's great. I don't want boss fights to be locked behind a certain level. But does that also mean that random thugs on the street are going to be the same level as you as well? If so, what's the point of this leveling system and having health bars? Because honestly, the combat, at least to me, looks pretty good. I just don't like numbers flying off the screen, seeing character levels and health bars. It just shows a lot of unnecessary information. And I know this game is in pre-alpha, so obviously a lot can change, but I really hope that they just remove it. If not, I hope there's still an option in the heads-up display where I can just disable a lot of it, because again, it's useless. As for the story, I was a little disappointed to find out that Batman wouldn't be a main character. But again, by the looks of it, WB Montreal don't want to follow in the footsteps of Rocksteady. They want to make their own thing, which is why this isn't set in the Arkhamverse. Do I want to play as Batman? Of course, and hopefully by the end of the game, he will be playable because, I mean, come on, we all know that he's not really dead. Honestly, I'm looking forward to playing as the Bat family. I've always loved Red Hood, Nightwing, Batgirl, and while Tim Drake isn't my favorite, I'm glad that they're giving him a chance. WB Montreal proved that they could tell a great story with Arkham Origins, so I'm honestly really excited to learn more about it especially with the Court of Owls being involved. Some small details I noticed that are worth mentioning throughout this demo is there's actually civilians on the streets, some are even driving cars. Characters will have different outfits, and from the looks of it, there's an actual train system. Gotham Knights will release on PC, current gen platforms, as well as next gen. Unfortunately, there is no Google Stadia option, so the 5 people that use that platform, I'm sorry. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to quickly talk about Gotham Knights because I think it's getting a lot of undeserved hate. If you want to criticize the RPG elements, that's totally fine, or even the combat. Just please understand the difference between criticism and hating something that's just based on speculation. As always though, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.